Hello, hi, I am Sid Stewart, and this is another Ask Pastor Sid Bible answering presentation. Thank you for joining me. And before we get into today's question, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit share, and then make a comment if you wish. And if you have a question, please put it in the comment area, and we'll try to answer that in a future broadcast presentation. This helps our channel grow, and we do appreciate that. This is where we try to make the complex, when it comes to the Bible, we try to make the complex simple. And I have a question here today, and this is the question: what is the rapture? What is the rapture? You could buy a lot of books, see a lot of preaching, and hear a lot of preaching on TV and the radio on this. But let me just read to you from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and verse 15 and 16 and 17 and 18. Just a few verses there about what many consider the rapture of the church. Listen to this. 1 Thessalonians 4, starting with let's go with 14. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Christ. That's another way of saying they're passed away, they're buried, they're not alive. Even so, them which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not precede or come before them that are asleep. So God is going to honor the dead by raising them first. See, we shall not precede them which are asleep, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and then the dead in Christ, those that are asleep, that he mentioned earlier, the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive, like you and me, we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds or atmosphere, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. That sounds pretty good. Then verse 18 concludes, wherefore comfort one another with these words. Use these words, this idea or this truth, to encourage one another. So according to these verses from the Apostle Paul, which I think we can trust, and this is inspired literature, inspired writing, Christ is going to return, and when he is near our earth, near our planet, he is going to call all the dead in Christ up first to rise, then we which are alive and remain. So people are in vehicles, all of a sudden one or two or three are missing from that vehicle. An airplane in the air has a pilot that's a Christian, and all of a sudden he's gone, okay, or maybe even half the passengers or whoever's there. In schools all across America and across the whole world, people that are believers in Christ and working to do their best in this life for him are suddenly gone. Now how the media is going to react to this, what kind of explanation will the fake news give the earth, I'm not sure. I tend to think they will say the aliens came and took them. That's the only answer they have, aliens. But here we know that Jesus said, I am coming back and I am coming for you. And then he encouraged us over in Matthew chapter 24 and 25, be ready, and while you're ready, be working for Christ. And that's what we're doing with these broadcasts, by answering your questions. Now this is different, the rapture is different than the second coming. The second coming is when Christ physically comes back. He goes back to Jerusalem, and that's found over in Revelation 19, chapter 19. So you see there's two things. The coming of Christ is actually phase 1, the rapture, and phase 2 is literal, bodily, physical coming in Revelation chapter 19. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy this little bit of a prophetic broadcast. Please subscribe, like, please share this with others that have questions about this, and make a comment in the comment section. This helps our channel grow. This has been Ask Pastor Sid Stewart, where we make the biblically complex very simple to understand, just like we did. Thank you. Bye.